What is going on, ladies and gentlemen? Today I've got a video for you which obviously isn't recorded in my house. This is an intro because I forgot to do an intro when I was out. But yeah, I've done a part 1 of this and I uploaded 5 skills that you guys can use when you're standing still. These are going to be shown in a second. You can go check that out, the link's in the description as well. But here's 4 more skills that you can use when you're standing still. Hope you guys enjoy it. PS, if you do enjoy it, then leave a like, because it does help. It really does. Okay, so we're going to start off super simple with the most simple skill I think out of the bunch. It's a skill that you do obviously standing still, that's part of the video. You're going to just flick the ball over the defender's leg. Now there's a timing sort of circumstance with this. You don't want to use this in the middle of the park because they could win it and then turn around and go the other way. But down the side, when they're really trying to press you and put a foot in, a lot of them will try to block the line with their foot. And then what you can do is just chip the ball over their foot. I use this a lot in futsal and I found myself using it a lot in football as well. But yeah, there's not much to the skill, it's only just a little lift. But it's about your timing. As soon as you see their leg coming in, you're going to fake one way as if you're going to pass it, and then you're just going to chip it over the leg. Now you can do this with both feet as I showed in the examples, or you can do it with the outside of your foot. It just works really nicely because they're going to think, okay, even if he does try to go down the wing, my leg's there to stop it. And then if you put a little bit of lift on it, it gets past them, and then they're planted on the ground because their feet are in 2 positions where they can't turn or get to you really fast. So you can get away, get a couple of yards, and then cross the ball in or something like that. But yeah, give this one a go. It's really, really simple. Like I say, it's just a lift over the foot. But yeah, have a go. Okay, so I know we started off super simple, but we're kind of going really advanced with this one. It's the hocus pocus, as a lot of you may know. You might have different names for it, but I call it the hocus pocus. Now, when I taught myself this skill, it was kind of difficult at first, so if you've never done it before, it is going to be difficult, but as soon as you kind of get the hang of how your body moves, as well as your feet, you're going to get it really easily. So the way the trick's performed, you're going to go behind your legs first with the inside of your foot, and then you're wrapping your leg around to use the outside of the foot, and that's the direction you're going to push it in. It's always best that I'm showing you these visual diagrams, because if I was just telling you, it wouldn't sound very good, but to see it, you can see exactly what I mean by this skill. It's something that you need to get your feet going as well as your body, like I say, and you just need to keep practicing it and practice it and practice it, because it's really, really difficult. Just give it a go. It took me a while to get it, but now I've got it. I can do it every time, and I can do it on the move as well, but for this video, you can use it when you're standing still. Okay, so we're taking a step back again this time. It's a bit more easy. If you guys can't get the hocus pocus, then you should be able to get this one. Now what you want to do is you want to stand your opponent up if they're coming and pressing you from the front. You're going to drag it one way. It doesn't matter which way you want to go or whatever type of drag you're using, but just make sure you drag it one direction and take your body with it, and then you're cutting it back to go the other way, and hopefully you can fool the defender if you put enough emphasis on the drag. Again, I'd feel like you should use this if you try to turn out in a different direction, maybe away from the player, to then pass it off, because you're not going to fool the defender too easily. He's still, or she's still, going to be able to press you and get the ball after, but it gives you that extra couple of yards to just make a pass off or get away from him or her and then play the ball off after. And make sure you don't do it too close to the defender, because then they'll be able to get a foot in and steal the ball from you while you're doing the skill. So make sure you've got the right distance and to perform the trick, and hopefully you can fool them one direction. Okay, so for the last one, it's the midi spin. Now, it's one of my favourite skills to use in a game. I've used it a few times and I always use it down the line, so that's why I've gave you sort of this explanation on the line right here. You see I do run to start with, but that's as if the ball's being played to me or it's going out to the byline. Say I've took a bad touch and it's going to go out, and then I stop the ball, and why I threw this in the standing skill section is because you stood still before you do the skill. So the ball's going out, you keep it on the line. This is just a visual representation of what's happened when I've used it before, but the ball's going out, you're stopping the ball, you're doing a midi spin away from the defender, and then you're in behind or you're going down the line, wherever direction you want to go. You could go back towards your goal, you could go forward, whatever way it works for you. So what you're doing with this skill, you're kind of turning all the way around as you do the skill, and the turn is quite important because it allows you to push the ball further if you get the turn right. So you're going in and you're kind of doing like a Cruyff movement. If you don't know what Cruyff is, that's the first part of the skill. You're kind of taking the ball back with the inside of your foot, and as you face the defender, then that's when you knock the ball with the outside of your other foot to go down the line. Like I say, it can go towards their goal or back towards your own goal, but it'll give you a good few yards away from the defender if you really push the ball out. Now slow it down. I'm going to slow it down for you anyways, but you can see exactly what's going to go on. You can just keep practicing that one, like without a defender in to start with, just in your own space. You can break it down into 2 parts, the Cruyff turn part and then the flick, and then kind of start slow and then get faster and faster as you do it, and eventually you'll be able to pull it off. more skills that you guys can use in a game with your friends, wherever you want to use them. They're all of them standing still, so when the ball's planted, obviously you guys know that now, you've watched the video. But if you made it this far, be sure to leave a like. If you're new to the channel, please hit that subscribe button. Comment down below your favourite skill and maybe some more skills that I could use in the next video. See you in the next one.